Welcome everybody back to the Bullcast Reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Hunter x Hunter episode 105. Leave a like, subscribe. You know what happened last time. Check out Patreon to get more than 20 or so episodes ahead. The number should be on the screen at this very moment. Get that many episodes ahead for uncuts. Timer reactions as well. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You.
Resolve X and X Awakening.
不愉快だ。呼吸を乱されているのは終始世の方。
More recap.
本来ならば心身離脱ほど受け入れがたい屈辱だが、苛立ちながらそれを楽しんでいる自分が一方にある。その源泉がわからぬ。意志統合の術を未だ用いぬ自分自身が例えようもなく不愉快だ。その女、休まずにおったのか。いえ。
It's like a puddle of drool.
I will say it's unsightly.
なぜかようなものから論理の究極とでも表現すべき美しい寄付泉のごとく生み出されるのだ。
So gross.
起きろ、再開だ。
Someone get her a Kleenex or something. My God.
It's been raining for so long.
951水。この曲何か書けるか。
賭けですか？
さよ、どちの望むもの、何でも与えよう。
Any wish. He's trying to throw her off with a wager because he can't beat her in the game.
That's too hard to think about.
ただし、そちが負けたら左腕をもらう。
Jesus.
人の呼吸を乱すもの。
Like, well, I'm right-handed anyway, so it doesn't really
欲
matter.
は目を濁らせ、恐れは足をすくませる。
左腕、左腕。
Which one's my left arm?
何を迷っておる。
左腕ではなくてですね。いつも私がかけているものではダメですか？
なんだと。何をだ。
命です。
Gee.
私が負けたらば命を捧げたいのですが、あれは逆にとても失礼かとも思いまして。
意味がわからない。
What the hell is wrong with you?
私、本当に軍技の他は何もできなくて、軍技に生かされているわけです。
So if I lose, I'd rather die anyway.
プロの国内王者でさえ収入はスズメの涙です。そして世界王者になって初めて多額の報奨金がいただけるのです。国の代表に選ばれるにはトーナメント戦で優勝せねばなりません。でも負けることは許されないのです。うちは12人家族で、私が今稼ぎ頭ですが、一度でも負けたら家族で一番の足手まといになるのです。騎士の間の格言に
This is so sad.
負ければただの人、私は負けたらゴミなんです。あ、いいんです。親にずっと言われてきたことですから。
It's just what my parents always
で
say.
すから、私はプロの木は自ら
Oh my
しております。でも、そうなると問題がありまして。
なんだ。
That could be a problem.
いた瞬間に私はゴミですから、総帥様にお渡しすることになってしまいます。これはもう大変に失礼だと。
That's why she said it was insulting.
それに、こっちが勝った時に欲しいものがあるか。
He's just so intrigued.
Oh my god.
軍技のこと以外あまり考えたことがありませんで、勝った後に考えてみます。
さよ欲も恐れもないと申す。命か。どうやら覚悟が足りなかったのは世の方だ。先望む者に世の命をせいなかった。おお、黙っておる。
お水様のめそうもございません。ほどにも全く。
分かっておる。これは世自身の問題。賭けはやめだ。くだらぬ真似をした。
There's a petty tax.
いえ。
It's so scary that she's like she doesn't know
Can't
what's
tell what it is. What?
腕を。
対局を続ける。そちの場打て。
Oh!
二度言わすな。対局を続け、休まず打つと言ったのはどうだ。これ以上恥を上げると申すか。
Have you ever seen a more dedicated duo of anime characters?
手術を施しながらでも、王ならば対局は可能でございましょう。それが私のできうる最大
Oh
の情
my god.
叶わぬと仰せられるならば、私の首をからの手で切り落としていただきたい。
She's just like, what is happening?
His arm? What?
思考によれ。一撃で楽にして。
He refuses.
Is he actually gonna kill him?
そちの
They'll make things so much easier if he kills him.
Very well, come closer. I will end it with a single strike.
打ちません。
She refuses.
Oh,
二度言わすな。打て。
打ちません。
She's not-
私を殺すならばどうか軍技で。
If you wish to defeat me, use Gungi. Check
I
fucking mate.
人を呼んでこい。
Oh my god.
what is this?
How insane. Did you ever expect anything like that to
No.
happen? Have you seen a more dedicated pair of anime characters?
いよいよ来たか。千載一遇のチャンス。
They're distracted and concerned.
ただし、罠かもしれんが。
これはない。わずかでも王のリスクを高める作戦は。
王自身の目あるだろ。
まあね。どちらにせよ
If he's ripping off his own arms and just being a complete crazy person.
いつかはくぐらなければならない危険。それが今。
Shit, and they don't know that he has those, so they think that they're fine.
ジートゥは失敗したようだな。死ぬのよ。
お前こそな。
Now they're split up.
都合よく別れたぞ。見つけ
It's
た。
not good.
標的はキセル野郎に変更だ。行くぜ。
ドクター・ブライス。
Ew.
You remember that?
I don't.
忍び。
治療に
Creepy, I hate
ど
it.
れくらい時間がかかりますか。
完璧に治すとなると時間かな。
2 or 3 hours.
人形も円も使えないわけですね。
能力燃費すごく悪いね。
This really is the perfect
再生
opportunity.
には相当のエネルギーを要する。治療の間は私が周囲を見張りましょう。ピトーに及ぶべくもないが、何しろ他の者に任せるわけにはいかない重大な任務。
やはり円を使っている気配はない。 雨で視界が悪いのも幸運だな。そろそろ日も沈む。周りが暗くなれば俺は闇に同化し、敵のオーラはさらに見やすくなる。
Oh my god.
焦ってはいけない。
Solo mission.
Careful.
He's sneaking in.
見つかっては意味がない。
He's gotta put portals in
自
there.
由にできる俺と違って、シュートたちは一度マンションに入ってしまうと出るしかない。
He's so
敵
badass.
に出口の前で待ち伏せでもされ絶対絶命。宮殿の周りに近い場所、遠い場所、その中間、三種の出口をさらに遠方。宮殿の様子を伺える何箇所かに三種をまとめて設け、決行時に持ってする。決行の
This
時
is
間
a
が来た。
lot.
Of planning, yeah. I mean, they need to plan a lot.
もしくはその中間、最適の部屋を
So he's got to go in and place 3 portals, one as close as he can to where the king is going to
目
be.
の前に出現することになり、その一瞬の隙を生かして護衛軍と王を分断。それぞれの戦闘が始まる。おい、奴らの一杯が王でさえあれば。本来ならもうネフェルピトーの円の中に入り込んでいる。生きた心地がしないな。
Yeah.
一番遠い部屋でもせめて宮殿の敷地内くらいまで接近しなきゃならない。慎重に、これでも早く。完全に日が暮れるまで待つべきか。
They got 3 hours if he does.
Yeah.
It's like he knows it's an opportunity.
行くしかない。ネフェルピトーの円が復活してしまったら近づくことさえ不可能になる。
It'll be impossible.
俺がもし失敗してもまだ打つ手はある。恐れずに近づけ。もっともっと。
現在宮殿内部にはでない人間が
There are
3
3 humans not intended as
名。
food.
一人は少女騎士、もう一人がリーゴ。
Diego's
I
alive?
thought he was dead.
ビゼフ長官。
What?
牛耳っていた裏の総帥である。諸外国との交渉や国内主要機関との連絡
Just to
は
keep everything
全
rolling?
て通さねば進まない。代わりがいないとの理由から王の側近として許された人物
Just
である。
alright, I guess. He's just like
人間の衛兵などは
just a day's work.
Yeah. It's not much, but it's dishonest work.
前では師団長のお気に入りの部下というだけで王の護衛とは無関係であった。キメラアンドの
So
性質上
sketchy.
すでに
Just
師団長と
crawling
王の間
around.
に互いを結びつけているのを打算によるところが大きい。そこは十分承知の上で、与える仕事は失敗を前提代のないものばかりであり、
Just
よ
to
って
get rid
監
of
視が
him.
彼らに任されることはない。ノブには知るすべもないが、彼が単独で
I love the
信用する
narrator so
ことに
much.
おいて
It's so cool.
今が最大最後の好機なのである。
なんとか生き延びたはいいが、たった一人ではもう仕事が限界だ。なんとか奴らを説得して秘書最低でも3人つけてもらわないと過労で死んでしまうわい。
This is too much.
Oh. 進化ベル。
It's not much. What do you even say about that? Human trafficking.
パム君
侵入するノブ、そしてパーム、新たな潜入作戦を開始しようとしていた。
She can really change up her look at a moment's notice.
Yeah, she's
can't
a
she?
master of disguise. What can you say? What do you think of that episode? What do you think of Bizep? Secretary Bizep, totally random out of nowhere.
They're just like, yeah, there's this guy. He's here. You're like, what the hell? List of available bodies. What the fuck
Yeah.
is going on?
He's all involved in human trafficking, I guess, and he's just the only human who's working with the
Around-
ants.
yeah.
Just because he was there already, and now
So they
he's
couldn't
there.
kill him, and it doesn't seem to make much of a difference to him other than he wants to do less work. Just
Yeah.
wants a break every now and then, you
Yeah,
know?
just wants to indulge in some human trafficking.
In this, yeah, breaking in just as pitou is busy and can't
Yeah,
do
the
anything
perfect
else.
time. And if
The only time.
thank God he didn't wait for the sun to set, because otherwise he wouldn't have enough time.
And thank God the king was a fool and ripped off his arm.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that? That was the most badass
I
scene
can't
of all
believe that was in
time.
this episode. I don't even like. It's so crazy.
We can also pause for stuff like that if you want.
No,
from
it's
now on.
okay. I just like I don't even know what to say about that either. Like it's just so out of control. He's just like, here for your arm, and then she just like gives this crazy speech of like, yeah, my family thinks I'm useless and they only like me because I give them money, but there's 12 of them, so once you lose a game, you're just a normal person, so I might as well just die. And it's like, what the fuck? And then he's just like, oh, well, I never thought that you could ask for my life. And she's like, well, I wouldn't. And he's like, well, all right then, the bet's off. Rips off his arm, and it's just like, you didn't need to do any of that at all. He's just so like he's so into the game and like so intrigued. It's just such a new experience to like care about another person or like think about things from their perspective, that he's just completely captivated by it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, it's just ridiculous. And then he's like, oh yeah, come here, I'll kill you because you're telling me to fix my arm.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, no, if you want to defeat me, just defeat me in the game. And it's like, oh my god. And she doesn't know what's going on. All just like this stuff splatters on her face, and then they're just like, your arm.
Yeah.
And then just
know
hears a
anything.
bunch of like crashing and like people getting beat up. It's crazy.
Yeah. And it's crazy that like pitou or shaiapouf is trying to convince him and like trying to make a stand and like kind of order him around or tell him what to do, and then this random girl ends up being more effective at influencing the king
Than anyone else has ever. He's never listened to anyone really.
Yeah. And the fact that she stood up to him like that and was like, I'm not playing.
And she's the only person that can, because he doesn't want to kill her.
He wants to beat her.
Yeah, so she can make demands and she can say, no, kill me, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So,
And the fact that she, like, I think what he values, like, domination, but he also values, like, perfection and like,
yeah.
So she's kind of like the perfect Gungi player. She doesn't even care about her appearance, or like she has no sense of vanity or looking cool or acting cool or being perceived a certain way. She's only she has no fear or
It's like
desire.
she's
She's a pure being, like 100%. She has full purity points.
It's like he's playing against a supercomputer that's only purpose was just to like play this game,
Well, I think the fact that it's alive is
No, I'm saying, but like that it's like
I don't think he would respect a computer who's programmed to play Gungi. I think that he respects her because she is she's a person, or she's a living creature that embodies fully one ideal and is pure and perfect in this one aspect, and doesn't have a sense of ego against him, or doesn't she's all bite and no bark, basically. She can perform perfectly in this way and outdo him who values perfection and domination, complete domination, not just like
Yeah, and it's also interesting. It's because she doesn't care about anything else that she's able to be so good at this one thing, whereas he's like trying to be good at everything, but she's just good at this one thing.
And he feels humiliated, but I think she gets away with humiliating him because she doesn't have an ego and because she doesn't want to, like, she's not trying to humiliate him. She's just
doing what she's always done.
Yeah.
She's just playing the game that she likes to play, and she's the best at it.
That she is the game. She is the Gungi player, you know? Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That interaction is so bad. The fact that like he opens it up with like, how about we make a wager? And then he says like, no, it was a petty tactic. Yeah, it was all this whole talk of like, I'll take your arm, or he's threatening her to throw her off because he keeps talking about rhythm, and he keeps talking about like somebody's rhythm and how you throw that off, you understand the sort of pace of them, and then you manipulate that and use it against them. And the fact that he was called out without being called out, he felt ashamed, and that's why he apologized by taking what he said he would take from her.
Yeah, and it's interesting as well because even she offered him the deal, which was kind of just the deal anyway, that had kind of been the deal for everyone else, is like, if you lose, you're done and you die. But when she straight up offered that to him, he was like, what? Like, it like caught him off guard, even though like that was already the thing, that was the intention from the start.
But she didn't know that.
But when she offered that back to him, then he was like, no. We're not doing that,
Yeah.
It's interesting.
And then he thinks like after like completely aside from what she says, like, wow, I'm crazy. I didn't realize that you could have asked for my life and I would have had to give it. And it's just like, and then that like hubris, or that like, because the fact that she wasn't afraid of him saying, I will rip off your arm if you lose. Like that's what he was saying. He wasn't, because he was trying to be like, you're not going to win. I'll beat you and then I'll mutilate you. And so it's a threat. And then, because he doesn't think of losing, like that's his problem. He doesn't consider that. So then he's like, whatever you wish, it doesn't matter because it's an empty promise, basically. And the fact that so he's just like, I didn't even think that you could ask for my life and I would have to get it. And then that like hubris and that sort of expectation of victory despite no proven ability to beat her is also what makes him feel ashamed. And so then that's why he pulls off his arm. He gets beaten in the game, and then he tries to use an underhanded tactic to beat her outside of the game, and he fails at both before the game even starts. He realizes that, and then the fact that she's not even mad or that she doesn't feel insulted adds on top of it even more shame and guilt at what he's doing, and not really guilt, more shame, more like, again, this he's supposed to be like the perfect being, and he is getting compoundedly shamed by himself against a mirror.
She's not even doing anything. She's just existing and being honorable.
And that's the ultimate
and he's
insult.
just like trying to do stuff, and it just keeps failing and getting thrown right back at him. But she's not even like, oh, well, I don't care. Like, she's not doing it with anything whatsoever.
Because he's not justified in, like, he with everyone else, he could be like, oh, you're just a weak little loser. I'll just kill you right now, and it doesn't matter. But with her, it's like, if he lashes out, then he's the loser. So he can't,
he's just admitting defeat.
So it's just this cycle where he keeps, like, trying, like, and it's just such a good... It just shows that there's no bullshit. And then the fact, again, that she challenges him is, like, on top of all that, like, shame and self-imposed restrictions and, false confidence on his part, and, with no interference by her, then she does interfere and he can't do anything, and that adds even more to his shit.
Well, and also I was gonna say, it's interesting because this is almost in a way similar to, like, what we just saw with Cheetu, where they were playing a game, they were playing tag, and then the person who, like, thought that he would be better at it, then in the end, when it kind of got turned and then he couldn't win, he, like, changed the rules and tried to play something different because he was immature and because he was impatient, and then he lost, and like it was even more of a defeat.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a similar situation of like you get put in the disadvantage, and then you lash out and try to do something different, but that just makes you more of a loser in multiple ways.
Exactly.
So he was able to recognize that and then like punish himself accordingly, basically.
Yeah. And that's interesting. That's like the development of him, because he doesn't just lash out and then kill her anyways. He like holds himself back and then holds himself accountable and grows a little bit, seemingly. Like he understands a deeper thing. He wouldn't have done that with fucking shaiapouf, but he's doing it with this powerless, pathetic creature. And we'll see how much more powerless either of them are in this struggle as we move on into the next episode. By the way, does he have more toes than he did before? No, he has the same amount of toes. Leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Thank you for pledging on Patreon. Thank you very much for all your support. We really appreciate it. Let's see you in the next one. Bye-bye.